What's up, guys? It's no longer Dirty Dave, but we'll get to that in a second. So yes, I am back to making YouTube videos for Siege. There's a couple things I want to go over in this video, and that is the first one, that I am back. Second, about my rebrand. Third, why I stopped making YouTube videos. And fourth, an update on my life. So I guess going back to making YouTube videos for Siege. Hopefully I'll start getting consistent on that. I have been playing Siege consistently, so I don't get rusty. And as you can see right here, I have a Valorant clip. And I've been playing a bit of Valorant too. It's a pretty good game, but to be honest, it has nothing on Siege. There's literally no other FPS like Siege. The adrenaline that you get from a clutch, your heart pumping, you holding your breath and whatnot, that intensity, no other game gives you that. Like Valorant right there, that 1v3 clutch I had right there in Valorant, that was like a hell yeah moment. But really, like Siege, you feel like you're dying when you're out of breath after a clutch. So Siege is still my favorite game. I love this game. And right now, a big thing going on is a hashtag save Siege, which I think is pretty ridiculous. This is definitely one of the better states for Siege. A lot of people were saying this was the worst state, and that's pretty ridiculous because there's multiple states. Like when Ella came out, Blackbeard came out, when Habana came out, you can use your gadget because it crashed the game. There's a castle glitch that crashed the game. DDoSing on console. I left console after they fixed that, but that was a terrible time, and that's nowhere. This is nowhere near as bad as the DDoSing. DDoSing was actually probably the worst because that was just straight cheating, dirty, committing a felony. That was terrible. So that's the hashtag save Siege is pretty dumb in my opinion. I think the devs are doing a good job and they're pushing the game to the right direction in my opinion. So yeah, with that, I'm back to making videos. Now the second thing is the rebrand. So I changed my name from Dirty Dave to Divade, and the main reason is that I wanted a unique name. With Dirty Dave, I liked it. One of my favorite things was that I did that kid dirty, but I didn't have the OG name. Wasn't unique because it had 2 I's and 2 Y's, and I didn't like that. I wanted the OG name, so I had to come up with the OG name, and that is Divade, or a unique name. And with that, originally I wanted a Divide because I want to play with my name David. Obviously, I wanted to keep it with that theme, and so Divide would be David with the E at the end. But that was already taken because people actually have that name, David with the E at the end. It's more like a foreign name or a foreign version of David. I know there's a pro player named Foxe for OXG, formerly Reciprocity, that it's like pronounced Davide. So yeah, like obviously it's pronounced differently, but the spelling is already taken, so I couldn't use that. So I started playing around with the letters. So obviously David is AVI in the middle, so I added an I to the opposite side and an A to the opposite side, and it came out like that, Divade. And it's pretty clean because it's symmetrical, or you can say it the same backwards and forwards, spelled the same backwards and forwards. So I really like that. And it's pronounced Divade because it's the die from diamond, and then the vade like raid, like I'm gonna raid your village. So Divade. But no one's called me Divade yet. Everyone says David or just the first part Dia, but they pronounce it Dia instead of die. I like Dia too because it's Spanish, and like when I was playing around with my name, I actually tried to make it with a Dia because David, how you say like day, like Friday, and in Spanish it's Dia. So I tried to make it work with that, but the thing is, nothing really works with the second half vid because that's like short for video in English, and then video in Spanish is video. So it would have been weird in like if I try to swap it around, so it would have been weird. So I go with the English version, Divade. But I like Dia, I like David. It don't matter to me. So yeah, that's it with the name. And now with the logo. So a good friend of mine made the logo. His name's Culture Hero, and he's actually a pretty active member of the Siege community. And when I sent him a sketch, it was kind of like I guess the logo is supposed to be my initials. Obviously, you see the D for David, and then the wing on the left side is from my last name. It's a V. So it's supposed to make a V shape and a D. So for my initials DV, but then the 7 in the middle, it's not supposed to be 7, it's just the back part of the D. But it looks like a 7, so it was more like a heart shape with nothing in the middle. And I gave him some creative freedom, and that's how it came out. And like, 7 doesn't really mean much to me, as I thought of that at first. My favorite number is 10 because my birthday is the 10th. Our numbering system is base 10, or the power of 10. So, 10's my favorite number. It's my jersey number for sports. So 10's my favorite number. And then 7, I was like, yeah, 7's cool. Lucky number 7. But then I realized, I knew the logo was my initials D and V. But what the 7 meant to me was that, I guess the 7 doesn't make it, but I'm the 7th child in my family. So I realized that like a week later after I had the logo. Like, I really liked it before, but once I realized that it makes like perfect sense, and it's coincidence because I had nothing to do with the 7 being part of the logo. It's my initials, and I'm the 7th child of my family. So, it's extra special to me now. So I really love the logo. So the logo is pretty dope to me. So that's it with the rebrand. Now we're going to go over to why I stopped making YouTube videos. And there's a couple reasons why, but the first one, the reason why I stopped in the first place was because of college. So I graduated college in December, and I stopped making videos around October, which is like 2 months before. And I still could have made videos. I knew I was going to graduate, but the thing is that I just had to focus on getting a job, start working on my resume, taking shit serious, work on my resume, apply to jobs, go to interviews, and whatnot. And I just had to take it serious and focus on that. And then the second reason was that I put a lot of pressure on myself for videos, because like with like voiceovers like this, I hate it because when I go over, like, no one likes the sound of their voice, but also like when I hear myself breathing or like my tongue click or whatever, I hated it. I felt like, that's bad quality, and I don't want to put out bad work. Like, you can hear yourself breathing. Like, no one wants to listen to you breathing. Why are you going to put that out? And I would just go over and over and over, like, trying not to breathe. And then I'm commenting over like 10, 20-minute videos, and like, it was terrible time, and it made the process so much longer. It made it not fun. It made it a chore. So like, I lost motivation because it became a chore. And then the third thing is that I got used to not making videos. It felt good not having to spend 10 hours or more of my weekend making a video that I'm pressuring myself to make it better and better and better and better. My video quality was never that great. It was more about the information that I'm sharing. That's what you get from my videos, not the, sick montage editing or voice quality. It was just the knowledge that I'm sharing. So yeah, that's why I stopped. And for terms of update on my life, I guess I never really talked about my life in videos, but I did talk about it in streams a bit. So I guess about me right now, obviously I'm a male, 21 years old, Mexican. I was born and raised in Washington State, but my parents are from Mexico. And yeah, I graduated college in December. I now work for Intel, the company, chip manufacturing company. And I live in Oregon now instead of Washington, with 2 roommates that I know from high school now. And we went to college together. So high school, college, and now we work together. So that's pretty dope. So when I stopped, I was 20 years old, in college, dependent on my parents, and lived in Washington. Now I'm 21, graduated college, independent from my parents. I still visit them and love them. And I got a great job, and life is good. So I hope life is treating you guys well, especially in this time of coronavirus. Now we're at the end. It didn't turn out as bad as we thought, which I guess we're lucky for. But people were still affected by it, which is bad enough. So I hope this time is treating you guys well, and thank you for sticking with me, to the end of this video. And, for some of you throughout my whole break, for been gone too long. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush. Say my day's a number, but I keep waking up. Know you see my text, baby, please say something. Wine by the glass, your man a cheapskate, huh? Niggas gotta move off my release day, huh?